So once we've got them warmed up, once we've figured out who wants your product, what's the next step from there?
So the fifth step is you need to have a conversation with them. And what I like to do on my website is I actually like to already tell them everything that they would get with a particular product if I can, because then my conversation is just to review what's already in print online, having that warm connection. They're going to be excited because they're connecting with you that helped make all of this happen. And then it is time to ask for are you ready to get started and buy the product? And if you don't have to have a whole lot of sales experience to just have some experience learning how to do this. Like I said, we have some formal training that can help get you up to speed faster, but I'm just going to tell you right now that it is just a game of confidence. If you like your product and you like what you're sharing with people, let them know that, represent it appropriately and say, well, this is what it is, explain what it is, ask if they have any questions, and then ask them, do you want to do it?
Now I have to jump in here and say that when I make my videos, I focus on making money with the AdSense because it didn't cost anybody anything. They might watch a few advertisements, but the content is generally for free. And one of the reasons I did it that way is because I personally felt a little bit guilty selling products to people. I didn't want people to feel like my message was contaminated with an ulterior motive of making money. But what I realize now, recently, especially after running into people face to face, is people want products from me, and I'm actually doing them a disservice by not making those available. So just recently I set up a website. I put some t-shirt designs up there, and I've been amazed at how many people want these as gifts to their kids or to wear them. You know, even some of my mastermind team members will show up wearing these shirts because for them it's a tangible product where they get to put it on and they feel empowered. And I have the opportunity to provide that and make a little bit of revenue that helps support me and my business in doing that. And what really surprised me is setting up a website and putting a couple of t-shirts up there was actually a very simple process. It didn't take a lot of time, didn't take a lot of effort, and now it's generating leads and traffic, and I'm building an email list now of people who want to be more involved for the next products I develop.
Man, I got to tell you, we live in a world today where the reality is that you don't have the ability to wave your magic fingers and get someone to just buy stuff. People are going to buy things that they want. People are going to buy things from people that they respect or people that they've had a chance to connect with. And I'll tell you that in all of my years of doing all of my different businesses, I've never generated leads, if you will, like what YouTube's created. It's been awesome to reach out to people that have been actually spending time with me for sometimes weeks or months or years, and they're just excited about the opportunity to engage or review what kind of options or products are available to them. And a lot of people, after they've gotten a chance to really get to know you, get to know who you are, what your heart's like, what your purpose is, people are self-selecting whether they want to play with you or not, and it just becomes a really natural selection process. Hey, I'm offering some enhanced offerings and tools, and if they're useful for you, come and buy them. If not, it's all good. And I found that YouTube is actually a great producer of some of the best leads I've ever dealt with. And I think it's because we've really created a community. If you think of Random Nation, for example, or I think of my Limitless Tribe that I've created, these communities are individuals that we get to know really well, and you're giving so much value again and again and again. There's bound to be a handful that say, I want more of what you have to offer if you can really help me do more.
Yeah.
And you as a YouTuber, you have the ability to do that.
And I just wanted to jump in here and say that as someone who spent so much time working on the YouTube side of production, I didn't have a lot of time to build back-end sales funnels and websites, so I never did. But one thing that I did do that was very simple was I set up a landing page using Squarespace, or you could use Wix, or there's a lot of very, very inexpensive or less expensive options to build a basic website. But I would just run giveaways on my videos, and the only qualification was to enter their email address. And I, on my channel, would sometimes get 50 to 70,000 emails for running one campaign and doing a giveaway. I never used those email lists for anything, but it did show me the power of how easy it was to take an audience and generate, you know, a massive email list. Just by running a few campaigns and contests. That's something that's very inexpensive, but it did show me the power of gaining a following and turning them into some kind of a funnel that, you know, we could remarket that email list and we could go and say we have a new t-shirt available, and a percentage of those people are going to want them. And those are the ones we're looking for.
Absolutely. And really, Grant, that brings us to our sixth and final step, which is once it's time to collect, you need to have a way to collect credit cards. We live in a digital world. People aren't really going to be writing checks or sending money in the mail, but they are going to supply a credit card. And so you just need to get yourself set up with a really simple merchant account. Your local bank probably has one. They've got those little squares that you can swipe and slide. And all you got to do is Google that. There's so many different options out there for setting up a simple merchant account and setting up a system where you now can collect payment. And
there are even online systems like PayPal and Stripe where
Stripe's a great one.
They'll do everything for you. They'll take relatively the same percentage that a credit card will, and everything just happens online. So there's no physical swipe required.
Yeah. The last thing that I do want to share that's really important is that there's a principle in business called will. And there's either goodwill that we're creating or we're creating bad will. When you create value and you disseminate it for free and people like it, you create goodwill. If you take advantage of people and you don't treat them well, you create bad will. And then your reputation and your business really, you create a name with a mix of good and bad will. Make the choice right now that if you're going to set up your YouTube channel and you're going to use it to collect leads, whatever products you offer people, take care of them. Whatever you say you're going to do, go above and beyond. Help people have an amazing experience, because we live in a really tiny planetary system now with the internet where everyone's going to say and speak and share their experience in any way. Everything has 4-star ratings and this is and that's. And at the end of the day, take care of people. If that's your heart and your intention, if you go above and beyond, what I've shared with you today, what Grant and I have shared, is a great way for you to learn how to monetize your YouTube channel. And again, it's just those really 6 simple steps. Number 1 is you got to have a website. Number 2, productize your message with either an information product, a physical product, or a service. Number 3 is educate people on the website of what it is that they would be getting. Number 4, invite them to submit the request, get back in touch with them. Number 5 is for you to have that conversation. And number 6 is to collect the money from those that want those services.
And my general thought is, like the layperson here, is I don't like to read things. We live in a day and age where I just like to be told things. So when you're on your website, it might be a good idea to make a 30-second video explaining to people about your product and helping them make the conversion that way. Basically just reading to them what you've already got on your website.
Now watch, this is the really important part of the video. I want you to watch what I'm about to do right here. If you would like to learn more information from Grant and me on how to monetize your YouTube channel, and if you want to come visit our website where we can explain a variety of ways to work with you and speak with us or a member of our team, then go ahead and click the link, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to take these 6 steps and we're going to break them down. We even have services where we will build it entirely out for you. So whether you are the do-it-yourselfer or whether you want it done for you, you're going to find those options on our website. Hopefully that wasn't too terribly surprising. And go have the experience. Go to the website so that you can actually see, wow, what are you guys sharing on your website? What's the psychology there? How are you presenting that information to us? What does it look like to submit that? And Grant, can these people copy our exact same system as far as how to present their back-end website?
It certainly can. Everything that we're doing is designed to be duplicatable. And we realize not all of you are trying to build the YouTube channels and sell products. But if you are one of those who resonates with what we're doing, you feel like the information that we have to share is your next step, you're the ones that we're doing this for. You are our leads, and we're putting these processes into place to take care of you.
So friends, take care, have an amazing day, rock it out, visit our website, see how we're shaking it up and making it happen, and go create that level of success for you.
See you there.